Alright, this is my 2001 Subaru Outback, and I just installed the Conductor's 540 Shocker XL train horns. There's the tank right there. What I did is, here's our pressure switch up here on the top. I went and bought all these right angles here so I could run all the lines directly down. In fact, this is the line right here that runs down through my spare tire well. Runs along the bottom side of the car and then up to the front. Got my compressor up there, pressure switch. Blow-off valve here, and on the bottom is a little drain valve. Luckily I already had power ran back here for the subwoofer here, so I was able just to tie basically right in there, so you can kind of see that stuff back in there. How this is all activated, if we come up to the front here, here is my toggle switch for the compressor. So this is run in series between the auxiliary line, which I pulled out the dash and I went into my cigarette lighter down there. So yeah, basically that's run in series with this, and then this is run back to the pressure switch. So when I toggle this on and off, it'll either activate or deactivate that relay contact in the pressure switch. And then when it reaches 150 psi, it'll turn off. This is the actual button here that activates the air valve solenoid up at the front. So I guess go up to the front now. The first thing here, I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it very well, but if you look down through here, that orange line there is the line running from the back, from the tank all the way up to the front here, and I have it running down through the bottom, up through the front of the radiator here, and then that is the air valve solenoid there. So we've got the 150 psi line running in here from the tank in the back, and then the 4 lines here that actually go to the air horn. Got it grounded out here. Real quick, that switch that actually activates it is this little green wire right here. You can see it running. I'd like to be able to run it through the firewall at some point, but just for lack of resources and such, I just ran it around the side. Kind of routed it around here and, and up to the front. So, and then now for the air horns, I pulled out one of the lights here so you could see. Inside here, here's the bell of the horn right here, and it runs back in there, and back in there is where it actually, that's where the input line is for the diaphragm, for the horn diaphragm. So I've got one mounted right here, and then an identical one mounted back behind this light, but can't really see it because it's obviously back behind the light. Then the other 2 horns, the 2 larger horns, are actually underneath the car here, mounted opposing each other. So you can see there's the 2 diaphragms. The one horn runs that way, other horn runs this way, and I just screwed them right in. You can see where they come in right here on the top, and that's where they run up to the air valve solenoid. So I think that's pretty much it. One other thing I wanted to point out, which is pretty cool, is I didn't want to have to drill into the to the base of my car here, the chassis, whatever. So what I did is to mount these, the compressor and the tank, is actually, I had this floor mat in here, just a factory mud floor mat, whatever, I don't know. Anyway, so what I did is I bought a sheet of thin sheet metal, and that's this little guy down here. And what I did with that is I drilled a hole in there and then ran the bolts up through that, up to all these guys that you can see. And I basically sandwiched the whole thing together on this mat. So this mat, since it is kind of fit to the car, you can see, it may slide around a little bit, but other than that, it'll kind of hold everything in place real well. Yeah, I guess that's about it. Any other questions, let me know, and I'll try to take some more pictures or, whatever you want me to do. All right, later.